Who wants to be a millionaire? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. ABC. It only takes 3 steps, 2 words, and 7 numbers. And not all 7 numbers are required. It's easier, not quicker, just easier with all 7 numbers. We've learned the 3 easy steps. Now let's hear the first word. Peter Lynch said the key organ in your body in the stock market is your stomach. It's your stomach, not your brain. It's not one of my favorite quotes, although it is very true. But why is it so true? The short answer is because we are not taught practical math, finances, investing, or critical thinking in school. Peter Lynch implied when we invest in the stock market, the stomach takes over, leaving the brain behind. Theoretical math, or hope, says you will recover from a down market. But that doesn't help when your perspective is you are losing money. Which brings us to our first word, mindset. Mindset. I was designing and building projects that no one in the world built or designed in the past, ever. But could not change my mindset to positive thinking when it came to the stock market experiencing downturns. I invested $1,000, and a year later, it grew to $2,000. $2,000. 1,000 became $2,000. I doubled my money in 1 year. I can't do that working. I can't do that in a bank. I was on my way to becoming a millionaire. I was ecstatic. I took a small amount of money, $100 each month for a year, $1,000. And they turned it into $2,000 in 1 year. The market turned downwards, and the $2,000 that I had invested, remember, words, was now worth $1,500. $2,000 I had invested. This is the problem. I didn't have it invested. That was my worth. Turned into $1,500. Am I losing money or not? Theoretical math convention is that I am losing money. Who cares if theoretical math says the market will climb and my money will grow back? Who cares? Who cares? This is a form of mindset. There are 3 easy steps to becoming a millionaire: believing, dreaming, and achieving. I was no longer believing, which affected my dreaming and achieving of becoming a millionaire. It took me several years. I should say many years, actually. Several years, you might think 3 or 4. It took almost a lifetime, half a lifetime, to understand, to realize the importance of the mindset. So yes, I think that the mindset is more important for investing than the stomach. But it is the stomach because of the time frame, the shortness of the time frame. I grew my money. It shrank to $1,500. My stomach took over. I couldn't handle it. I thought, what happens if it goes to 1,000, 500? How did you answer the question about whether you are losing money or not? I am sure you said that I was losing money. Don't worry. This is what I thought as well. The brain was useless. I could design things never designed before, yet The brain was useless when it came to the stock market. Just like Peter Lynch said, the stomach couldn't handle. I sold my stock. Mindset can be related to comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. There are a number of strategies available for investors, such that when you double your money, sell half of it. Then you're using house money. So with this $2,000, I could have sold 1,000. I would have 1,000 in my pocket and 1,000 invested, and it's not even my money. And therefore, you're not losing the money because you're on house money. I put the $1,000 back into my bank. This is a poor mindset. This is a poor mindset. There's a live below your means phrase. What do you think of this? Live below your means. What do you think? The most important class in school is not math. It's your language course. Even though it needs revising, language is the best class. Once you enter the 8th grade, every student should be writing an essay every other week. And the class talk about the essay the following week. Topics should range from religion, history, finance, everything under the sun. One word makes a difference. Either your writing teacher will tell you this is negative thinking, or a classmate will tell you that living below your means is a poor mindset. It's a poor thought. It's a negative thought. Let's change just that one word. Let's change it to live within your means. So instead of living below your means, live within your means. So the mindset has been changed to positive from negative. Below is negative. We've changed it to a positive, within. Not below, within. Not above, within. You work for your money and want to enjoy your money. Living below doesn't give you that sense. You're thinking, I'm not enjoying my money. I work for it and I'm not enjoying it. That's what live below your means means. Living within, that means, okay, I can spend some money. I can enjoy the fruits of my labor. You want to live for today and plan for tomorrow. Live within your means. Live for today, plan for tomorrow. You want the best of both worlds. Yes, both of these, living below or within, live for today, plan for tomorrow, all of these can have a way of teaching you frugality. You're learning to be frugal. But it's how you're learning. It's the perspective is different. Because I'm not saving, I'm not hoarding all of my money. I'm also enjoying it. And that's why you're working, to enjoy it. Not just save it for the future, but to enjoy it today as well, because you don't know what the future has in store. After many years of following the strategies or teachings of others, I realized I was robbing myself of joy by essentially comparing myself to their ways rather than following the mentality of the great ones such as Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett. In other words, after years of losing money, I realized my mindset was the problem. Peter Lynch ran the Fidelity's Magellan Fund for about 13 years. He grew it 29% on average per year. This would result in a number of people becoming millionaires, but most did not. Can you imagine being given $1 million? and not accepting it? Given the chance to have $1 million and not accepting it? Because of their stomach, because of theoretical math, because of a lack of understanding. It's the same reason I failed in the beginning, because of the mindset. Let's see what type of mindset you have. If you invest $1,000 and it grows to $2,000 and then drops to $1,500, are you losing money or not? If you buy a $100 pair of shoes on credit and fees result in them costing $120, are you losing money or not? They cost $100, you pay $120 for them. Are you losing money or not? If I were to bet, I would say you consider you are losing money in the stock market, but you're not losing it in debt. Isn't this amazing? The truth is just the opposite. You are not losing money in the stock market, but you are losing money for paying more for shoes through debt. Why would you pay $120 for something that cost $100? When I invested $1,000 and it became $2,000, I had a positive perspective. But an unidentified mindset. I thought it was going up. I was ecstatic. But my mindset, you might think was positive, it wasn't really set yet. It wasn't defined. I didn't know. I lacked knowledge. When the stock was now worth $1,500, I had a negative perspective. I had it going down. And unfortunately, I developed for a long period of time this negative mindset. It took me many, many years to change my mindset to that of being positive. Math teaches PEMDAS based on convention that falls apart in the real world. Likewise, this teaching method is applied to the $1,000 to $2,000 to $1,500, such that we are losing money. But in fact, we're not losing money. Have you answered the question of can $10,000 be greater than $30,000? The first step of believing may be similar to a positive mindset, but without dreaming of becoming a millionaire, achieving millionaire status remains elusive.